Hi there and welcome to this video, which is all about this tune called Cluck Old Hen. And Cluck Old Hen is an old sawmill banjo tune. I'm playing it on the Cigar box guitar here, and this is normally tuned D-A-D, but I've detuned the middle string down to G, so it's D-G-D, and I've capoed it on the first fret so that my neck is in a minor key. So my tuning is E-A-E. Think of it as being in the key of A. You've got the A and the E there, so you've got your kind of fifth chord, your A5, and an extra E here. The fourth of A is D. We've got a D note here, which is behind the third fret of the middle string. And so I'll be playing that note quite a fair bit in the tune. That's my kind of sus4 note. And notice that I was not using a plectrum to play it, but I was using my index finger, kind of clawhammer banjo style. The way you play clawhammer or frailing banjo, you kind of pick the notes out with your index fingernail. You use that as a kind of a plectrum. And your thumb plays that top high string. Obviously you haven't got that. The equivalent of that is this note here on the string nearest the floor. But anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. This tune is based on the A Dorian mode. Now, a mode is just another word for a type of a scale. You might say that this is in the key of A minor, and you kind of be correct. Let's try and explain this to you a bit better. If I was to play these notes, okay, those are the notes that you find in Aeolian mode, which, if you like, is the normal A minor, A natural minor scale. And the way we find those notes is that we take a scale of C major, which, as you know, has got no sharps or flats, so you'd go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. But instead of going from C to C, you go from A to A, again playing no sharps and flats. And so there I played A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and that would be the scale of A natural minor. That's also known as Aeolian mode. It's a Greek word, Aeolian mode. This tune, Cluck Old Hen, is not built on that mode. It's built on the A Dorian mode. And to explain that, if you took the scale of G major, okay, which, as you know, is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, but instead of going from G to G, go from A up to A, you'd be playing the A Dorian mode. So if I play that mode, just running up, once again running up that string, that what is essentially an A string now, I'd have A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. So that important F sharp there, and this tune has got that F sharp in it, but it hasn't got the F, which you find in Aeolian mode, but you do find F sharp in A Dorian mode. So it's a kind of a minor key, if you like, but it's more accurately described as being in the A Dorian mode. Okay, so it's not vital that you understand that, but you might just find that interesting. The most common chords played in this mode are A minor and G major. There's A minor, consists of three notes, A, E, C, and G major, same shape notice, and that's three notes, G, D, B. But we're not going to strum chords, we're going to pick out the tune. And I tried using my plectrum in my normal sort of strumming strum stick style, and it doesn't really work. It's much better to sort of jab your index finger down and just lightly strum the other strings. So the first bit, all on the highest pitch string, O, 3, 2, 2, 3, hammering there. Notes are E, A, G, G, A. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and So in the second bar, you go to the middle string, you pull off from 4 to 3, and that's the notes E, D. Doesn't matter if you hit the other strings. And then you hammer up from open to the 3rd fret of the highest pitch string, that gives you an E to G. Back to that D note, that's your sus4 note if you like, on the middle string, and then quite an unusual F sharp to A, that's the note that makes you sure that you're in the A Dorian, that F sharp, and you're hammering from the 1st to the 3rd fret of the highest pitch string, and that is an F sharp coming up to an A. So your second bar is like this. And then you've got the first bit again. Okay, it's slightly different. You do a couple of hammers there. And to round this sort of first section off, you're on the middle string again, pulling off again 4 to 3. It's the notes E and D. And then hammering on B to C. So 1, 2 in frets, down to the open A. You've got. So let's play those first 4 bars. Now you'll notice that I'm dodging around my fingers. I suppose I should use my little finger on the 4th fret, my 3rd on the 3rd, my 2nd on the 2nd, 1st on the 1st, but it doesn't really work that way. I think it's better just to use your 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 2nd on the 3rd, 1st on the 2nd, and just bring your 1st finger down on the odd occasion there where you need the 1st fret. So that's kind of your A section, which is just 4 bars long. So the B part starts with A, A, C, so it's O, O2 in frets. Let's hammer on there, first finger, A, A, C, and then the A again. And this time you hammer up from open to the 2nd fret of the lowest pitched E string, that gives you the notes E and G. And then come back to the first bit. This time come up to the D, 3rd fret, and this bit you've done before because that's the last part of the first section. Now you notice I'm plugged in here, I'm using my little Roland cube just to get a little bit of volume out of it. So you're picking the tune out with your fingernail, your index finger, or some people use their 2nd finger if you look at some clawhammer banjo players, and then just lightly pick up the lowest pitch string with your thumb here and then to just fill up the gaps. Notice that as it comes back in. Now most people when they play the banjo they tend to play it pretty quickly. Well, that's fine, of course, but I think it's quite nice to just do this one at a fairly leisurely pace. Notice you get some nice vibrato there. What is also nice is to just run your fingernail through the 3 open strings as it starts. So there we are, that is Cluck, Old Hen, which is a famous old country tune, normally played on a banjo in sawmill or modal tuning. And I'm doing it on the Cigar box guitar. Capo first fret, of course, that's very important. If you don't put the capo on, then the frets won't work and you won't have that kind of minor feel that you need. And it's in the mode of A-Dorian mode. In the old days I'd have probably just said it's in A minor, and that is true to a point, but of course you've got that all-important F sharp which tells you that you're in A-Dorian and not the more normal A-Aeolian, which is the kind of normal minor mode, normal minor key. Anyway, I hope I haven't confused you too much there, and I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.